Hey everybody, welcome back to Doc G's Reloading. Today we're going to talk about the Nexbelt. Nexbelt? Yeah, N-E-X-B-E-L-T. I found this at my local shop there, J Sporting Goods. And pretty cool belt, I got to admit. I was looking for a good shooting belt. Nothing against 511. I love 511 stuff. I love their clothing. I love everything pretty much that they make. But, here's a 511 belt that I got that's kind of, your regular through the hole kind of belt, but very flimsy. I mean, it's hard to put a inside or outside waistband holster on this. I carry appendix, so it's always snapped on here. Plus, you only get a hole here, so it's about an inch. So you get an inch at a time. So that problem is kind of solved with the 511, nylon ones, but then this is nylon. It's not very dressy. I really can't wear this to work. And again, very flimsy. I mean, as you can see, very, very flimsy. So I found this Nexbelt and I thought, wow, this is really cool. Okay. So what's neat about this is there's this little lever underneath here. I'll show you. I can get to it. Yeah. So there's this little lever here. I'll pull it up close. A little lever here. You lift up on that lever. See how I lift up on it? And that will pull your belt all the way off. So that way you can get your belt off and undone. Now, this has a ratcheting system on it, which is really neat. So instead of being an inch apart, you're a little over a quarter inch, maybe less apart. And that's what I like, is because, you're always at a restaurant, you go to the bathroom, you got to take your holster off and set it on top of the toilet paper dispenser. And then when you're done, you get your belt, resituated. And with this, all I have to do is go, oh, well, it's not tight enough. I'm just going to click it one more time. So then you can just click it one more time. And the cool thing is this belt comes with measurements here as to where you want to snip it. So in the case, there were three of these screws. You can see these screws here. I'll pull them up close. So there's a screw there and a screw there. Those two Allen head screws. You get 3 of those screws. In case one strips out, you get an extra. And you get the Allen wrench that goes with it. I think it's a Torx. No, it's an Allen head that goes with it. And then this little plate here, right here, you just stick a little screwdriver in here and snap that up, and it's got teeth on it, and those teeth hold the belt in place. Once you get it, and then you just snip it to wherever you think you might want to cut it to, put it in there to your waist size, push the plate down, which engages the teeth and holds it, and then mount it permanently in there with your 2 screws. So what I was able to do is I was able to just open this up. I cut off 3 or 4 inches, stuck it in there, clamped this down, double checked, made sure everything was right. Once I got it right and I made my last cut, then I put it in there, clamped this plate down, and then put the 2 screws in, and then it's done. Set to my length. Now, this is a really nice brown leather belt, and man, is this thing tight. I mean, you can't even compare. I mean, look at how this is all wound up because it was inside of the box. Right? I mean, that's how tight this is. It's not so rigid that it's going to dig into you, but it's certainly rigid enough that, I mean, look at here you can look at the difference. Like, let's say I'll take both and do the same thing with them here. So this is my 511 belt I just bought the other day. All right, and then you can kind of see, just by its own weight, I mean, there's a difference. One bends all the way back on itself, and the other one is lifting the whole belt up. I mean, there's no comparison. You can't compare it at all. Really, the other belts I can wear, sure, that's great, but this belt is phenomenal, and I just ordered 3 more of them. This mechanism is actually kind of dressy. Now, this little lever that pops this open, you can see there's the ratcheting mechanism there. See, you push up on that lever, and that causes that ratcheting system to go down. So, what I love about this is I can wear this to work. You hear it ratcheting. I can wear this to work. It's dressy. It's dressy. No one knows I've got a concealed, weapon on me. I mean, I can't wear them into work, but I do wear them when I'm not at work. So the cool thing about this is they're still dressy enough. And then let's say you get out of the bathroom and you're like, oh, it's not quite tight enough. I need it a little tighter. You just push, click it one more time. So you go up like 1/4 of an inch at a time versus with the other belts. So these slide on you. So even when you get this thing set, they tend to slide in and out a little bit. They're not perfect. They don't really hold all that great. Plus it looks like a military belt. This looks like a dress belt you bought at, Nordstrom or whatever. And, and then let's say, my holster, and I just got out of the bathroom and my holster's on here again. And I didn't quite have it tight enough. We'll just push again, or pull. You can pull from this side here, click it a notch at a time, and it goes up, 1/4 inch at a time, as opposed to what the holes, you're just stuck with 1 inch at a time. So, and then you just, like I said, then you got your lever right here. You pull up on that lever, and off it comes. So I've already worn this for a while, and like I said, I ordered 3 more because it's just rigid enough and it's perfect enough to snap over your, it's not quite an inch and a half. It's a little bit less than 1.5 inches. I think 1.25 inches on the width. They do make 1.5 inch wides. They do make them in leather. They make them in like a carbon fiber. They make them in a fabric. But again, the fabric, like this nylon type stuff they make them out of, but they're reinforced. So they have this ratcheting system in there, along with the, and you can see the ratcheting system there. So, you got 1/4 inch spacing there about, and plenty of adjustability. And then it's a custom fit. So you don't have to worry about ordering a size. You just order it and then trim it to length and, and then assemble your buckle. And this I can wear to work, like I said, easily. I could wear this with dress pants. I could wear this with a suit in black if I wanted to. But Nexbelt, a much nicer option to... I love, like I said, I love 511 stuff. I love their clothing. I wear their clothing all the time. I love it. But the Nexbelt has got this everybody else in the game beaten right now because this is a dress belt and doesn't look like I'm wearing a military belt with those military clasps and all of that stuff. So it just makes you look dressier, and it makes you look more inconspicuous. So Nexbelt, check them out. Not cheap at all, but neither are the other belts. This belt here from 511 cost me $60 some. This is $65. So pricing is what you'd expect. But those are the belts. All right. Thanks again for watching Doc G's Reloading, and let me know if you have any questions.